Smack 19 have just about run out of opposition, so it was their idea that we run a contest to find a bit of competition for them. We thought, that sounds good, so we called together the best crews in the region to do battle in Sheffield, the centre of breaking. It's Smack 19 who set the standard, and they're our judges too. Here are the names of the 8 crews you'll see battling over the next few weeks. The youngsters come from all over the region, but especially from South Yorkshire. Our man in the Students' Union building at Sheffield Polytechnic is Martin Kellner. Now, he can't tell freeze popping from a worm, but he can tell us more about what's going to happen.
Hello, hello and welcome to Sheffield Polytechnic. Huge excitement here tonight because it's Heat 1 in the Sounds Good Breakdance Challenge. And Winston Hazel here is from Smack 19. Winston, Smack 19, you were telling me earlier on one of the best breakdance crews in the country, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's what you were telling me anyway.
Yes. That's
and
right.
You're going to be one of the judges. What will you be looking for in the 6 crews that we have tonight?
Well, we'll be looking for how original the moves are, and the way that the crews present the routine or whatever they do.
Right. And eventually the finalists will be battling for these tracksuits that I'm actually wearing.
That's right, yeah.
That's right. They'll be battling for my clothing, and as you can see, if I can turn around and show you the back, very attractive YTV Breakdance champion logo. Now, not just Winston here as the judges, we've got some of Winston's friends. The other judges, if we can call you on now, is Harold Bomber Graham. Can we have a round of applause for the judges, please? We have, first of all, local hero Harold Bomber Graham, who is the former, let me get this right, the former British, European and Commonwealth light middleweight champion at boxing, not at breakdancing.
Not breakdancing, no chance. I can't even save my life.
We'll just introduce some of the other judges. Carlos, you're from Smack 19.
Yeah.
Right, and you'll be judging it with an expert's eye, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and Stephen, just move on to Stephen very, very briefly. Stephen, also, you'll be bringing an expert's eye to bear on this tonight?
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, well, you go into your judging positions. If you'd like to come off here with me, we'll go back. Let's have some more music. It's Positive Force from Sheffield. We're going to have a bit more dancing from the lads. What do you get? Very well.
Sheffield now for the first heat in the Sounds Good Breakdance Challenge. 4 heats, 2 semi-finals and a final. The first heat pitches together 2 very strong crews. It's the local crew, Positive Force, against one of the 2 crews from Bradford, Solar City Rockers. At Sheffield Poly, Martin Kellner.
The guys we're talking to are Paul from Positive Force in Sheffield. Paul, tell me, how long has your crew been together?
For about 1.5 years.
Yeah, and in actual fact, you're an amalgamation of a couple of crews, is that right?
Just 2 crews. There was only me and Steve. We broke up from Street Show, the former crew,
Right.
and we joined Positive Force.
Do you find that happens a lot, groups sort of changing all the time?
No, it's rare actually, because there's that much rivalry, but
Right.
we did it anyway.
Okay, you're fairly confident about tonight's
Very,
challenge?
yeah, very.
Right, well, the best of luck to you, Paul. We've got Steve here from Solar City Rockers in Bradford. How long have you lot been together?
We've been together about 9 months now.
Just 9 months, so you've not had that long to get all your moves together,
No,
but you reckon you can beat this lot?
fairly confident.
Fairly confident. All right, then we'll see just how good both of them are. If you want to rejoin your crews, that's Positive Force from Sheffield, Solar City Rockers from Bradford. If we can have some music, let's see them doing a bit of breakdancing and bopping. Away we go. Right, Winston Hazel, my co-judge. Here we are in the commentary position now, Winston. They've already got a fair bit of reaction, these 2 crews.
That's right. I think the 2 crews that are here tonight are pretty popular anyway. So they've got a lot of their friends in, as you can see.
That's right, they've got a good following around the region.
Yeah.
Over the 6 weeks, we'll try and introduce everybody to some of the technicalities. For instance, what's this move that we're seeing?
That's what up north people call a flare, or down south they call it a windmill.
Yeah, so there's even regional variations in breakdance.
That's right. And you probably won't notice this, but they are starting the actual challenge at a high standard to see how far they can push each other.
That's it. It's like a poker game, isn't it? They bid them up, and the moves get trickier and trickier, and they try and try and get the other group to even beat them with one, didn't they?
Yeah.
Now, what's this one we're seeing now?
He's once again going into a flare, and he's using no hands. Well, that now is a cut above the other crew, so that crew going to have to come out now and either do the same move or better it with something different.
He's really put the stakes up, hasn't he? Really, and
yeah.
he's got to beat him on it. And you and your co-judges, the other three, have got to decide who's doing it best.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. You're going to have a job judging this one.
We are actually. That's right.
That one's gone down well.
Yeah, you're probably wondering why the audience are cheering so much.
Yeah.
It's because a lot of good stuff done neatly looks very good.
Yeah. I can hardly hear myself think here, you know, I mean, the audience are making such a lot of noise, whistles and everything.
Yeah, that's right.
And now they're having a bit of a rest, yeah?
Yeah.
Somebody's shoes come off.
Yeah.
Was that part of the routine, or is that just an accident?
Intentional or by accident?
That's just an accident, is it? That looked good.
And it looks like you're going to get a duo routine here.
Ah, right.
No, there's a threesome.
Oh, we used to call it a leapfrog
Yeah,
years
this
ago.
is what's called body breaking.
This is body breaking.
Yeah, that's right. And because they did it first, they got the cheers for it. Whereas if the other crew did it first, then they'd have got us equal amount of cheers.
Right.
They can do theirs.
Okay, I'll tell you what, Winston, if you want to go down with the other judges and do a bit of deliberating,
Right, okay.
I shall go down and see who's won. The winning crew between Positive Force and Solar City Rockers of Bradford, and it was very, very close, believe me. The winners of Heat 1, and they go through to the semi-finals. Don't forget, 8 crews in it all together, through to the semi-finals. From Sheffield, Positive Force. There we go.
Unlucky Solar City Rockers. Positive Force are our first semi-finalists. They'll meet the winners of next week's heat, Force 4 from Huddersfield, and another Sheffield entry, Steel City Breakers.
Welcome back to Sheffield Polytechnic. If you were with us last week, you'll have seen Heat 1 in the Sounds Good Breakdance Challenge, which was won by Positive Force from Sheffield. We've just been watching the breakdancing and body popping of Mini Force from Bradford. If I can ask Paulette from Mini Force to come and join myself and Winston, my co-judge here in the Breakdance Challenge. Winston, first of all, we don't see that many female breakdance crews. In fact, this was the only one that we got to enter it.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, what I think it is, a lot of them are scared that the actual moves now what have to be done will probably alter the shape. But I don't see why there's no...
Right. Paul, he reckons that breakdancing is not something that women like to do because it could alter their shape.
God, you only have...
I don't really think so. I think they're just scared of it.
Involved in any battles?
Yeah, that's it.
Against men?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's a good advertisement for women doing breakdancing. Anyway, join us later on when we'll have 2 male breakdancing crews. We'll have Force 4 from Huddersfield and the Steel City Breakers from Sheffield. And what they'll be fighting it out to see is who is going to join Positive Force from Sheffield, who were last week's winner in that frantic heat we had here last week. Join us later on for more breakdancing.
Let's get along to Sheffield Poly and meet this afternoon's 2 crews. Force 4 from Huddersfield and Steel City Breakers from Sheffield. They're with Martin.
First of all, I've got Clive here from Force 4. Clive, you've got one little lad in your crew, dressed differently from the rest. What's that all about?
I couldn't get a tracksuit fit.
Couldn't be attractive.
Small enough.
Small enough. How old is he, the little lad?
12.
Just 12 years old, so it doesn't really matter what age you are to break dance. Any age will do. All right then, Clive, best of luck to you. Are you confident with Force 4 from Huddersfield?
Yeah.
Fairly confident. All right, quietly confident there. We'll move over to Michael, who's really confident, aren't you, Michael? Yeah. And you're from the Steel City Breakers in Sheffield?
Yeah.
Right. There's only 3 of you, 4 of them. Does that make a difference?
No, not really.
Not really. You reckon you can do it just as well with the 3 of you?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see some tricky moves from the 2 crews tonight. Steel City Breakers from Sheffield, Force 4 from Huddersfield. Let's have the music, and away we go with more breakdancing. Right, so from the commentary position now with my co-commentator here, Winston Hazel, expert breakdancer from Snap 19. Winston, we were talking about the youth of the dancers there. I mean, does that make a difference as far as you and the judges are concerned?
Not at all, not really. Age has got no preference to how good the actual body of the person who's doing it is.
Yeah.
In actual fact, younger guys are a lot more agile than people are, say, 18 or 19. So obviously they're going to be able to pull off, if not different and more moves, the moves that are done better, really.
They can twist the body around all over the place.
Yeah, that's right. But as you can see now.
Yeah, it's amazing what the human body can do, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
That's a good one. What's that one there?
That's well, it's either a spasm move or a jump.
A spasm move again, yeah. We mentioned that before, didn't we? A spasm move.
Well, there you've got that's as best an example of a spasm that you'll ever get.
Last week, when you just to guide people about the judging, Positive Force won by 1 single move last week.
Yeah, that's right.
On the from Sheffield. What was that? Was that one?
It was the last move that Positive Force did that really got on the.
So really, one excellent move can win the whole thing.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's what we're looking for.
This is what's called body breaking again.
And that one has really brought the house down, hasn't it?
These guys have got a popping routine to come out with.
This is a popping routine, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah. Basically, people don't know the difference between body popping and breakdancing. Body popping is just standing up, and breakdancing is when they go on the floor and do a bit of acrobatics, really.
Yeah. That's what's called a worm.
That's a worm, isn't it? That's a popular one, isn't it?
Yeah. It used to be used in when poppers used to do it mainly, but a lot of breakers use them more now. As a link.
And that helicopter, that one?
No, that was an attempted head spin.
Attempted head spin.
Which didn't really turn off.
Didn't quite come off. And that's a head spin that has come off, isn't it?
A perfect example that you get a head spin from someone of that age.
Right.
A one-handed glide or a hand spin. And it looks as though he's going to find it better.
So he's gone one better there,
yeah, that's right. He actually flared off from the one-handed spin into flares.
Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go down and see what the judges reckon to this.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Harold Bomber Graham, the former British, European and Commonwealth light middleweight champion. It takes longer to read your title out than it does to say anything else. What did you think of the breakdance?
I thought it was great. There was very competitive on each side, and I think they were very, round about the same.
And it's hard to find a winner, really, isn't it? Especially when we think that we've got the Sheffield lads who are the local lads.
Yeah.
All right, then, the moment of truth. Tell me, who have the judges decided on?
Well, we're giving it to the Huddersfield guys.
It's the Huddersfield guys. Just Force 4 from Huddersfield, the winners of Heat 2. Coming up, Force 4. We'll be seeing dancing a little bit later on tonight, a Body Beats from Doncaster and 2 and 2 from Rotherham. And joining me here at the moment, we have Harold Bomber Graham, the former British, European and Commonwealth light middleweight champion. I should think, I'm getting better at this. Harold, you've been with us judging over the last couple of weeks, and I should think these guys sweat as much as you do, really, in the ring.
They do. I mean,
amazing.
We really sweat a lot in the gym, but these guys, I can't do what they do.
You don't know you could do it. Right, well, all the best to you for later on. It's going to be hard again. 2 good crews we've got dancing for us a little bit later on. Winston, you're with us again. You're going to be commentating with me a little bit later on. What are you going to be looking for especially tonight?
Once originality and how well they present.
Force 4. Well, this evening it's Body Beats of Doncaster against 2 and 2 of Rotherham. Today's winners will take on either Street Crew or Beat Street Boys, who'll be battling next week. So, Doncaster against Rotherham from Sheffield Poly. The Breakers are with Martin now.
And your name is?
Paul Blinkhorn.
You're Paul, and you're from Body Beats in Doncaster. Are you fairly confident that you're going to win this challenge? You're brimming with confidence, aren't you?
Yeah.
You can't wait to get out there. Fairly young crew, yours. What's the youngest member?
12.
Just 12 years old. Right, well, all the best to you. Best to you later on. That's Body Beats from Doncaster. We have from Rotherham 2 and 2. Now, last time I reckoned 2 and 2 was 4. I reckon there's 6 of you lot from Rotherham. How did that come about?
Well, it's just the name we've stuck with, originally.
Right.
You know, it started off with 4, so we're 2 and 2. It's carried on to 6, so
right. And you're confident as well?
Yeah.
Okay. They're just limbering up, testing each other out now.
Yeah, that's right. Finding out how far each crew are going to be able to get to throughout the challenge.
Right. It's like war, really, isn't it?
It is.
They start with the little moves and then build up.
Actually, it starts from when, back in the Bronx about 7 years ago.
That's in New York.
Yeah, you used to get street gangs coming together, wanting to fight each other. But the situation got really bad, people getting cut up and things like that. That they wanted a solution or a different way to battle for different parts of land. Yeah. So they started dancing against each other.
Well, it's certainly more peaceful than cutting each other up. Although I must admit, some of the looks that they give each other, if looks could kill, they won't.
So they're testing each other out now with in the Flair League.
That's the Flair League, yes.
Yeah.
We mentioned that before. Now this is popping, yeah? Now he's into breaking.
No, he started off with dancing. What you actually saw him do before is break dancing.
Yeah.
And when they go onto the floor, it's actually called breaking.
I think I'll keep quiet actually because I find it very difficult to identify.
He's now popping.
He's popping.
And that's called freeze popping, what he's doing there.
That is freeze popping, right.
There's so many different styles.
The popping doesn't seem to get the cheers from the audience, whereas the breaking does.
Well, popping is the first kind of dance on the hip hop scene, which is what all this is called. Hip hop. It was the first dance that came out, and people have just got used to it. So if you were doing something in popping now, it's got to be really different. So they're going to say, "Yeah, I've never seen that before."
I think we've got to go and find out who the winners are now. So we'll go down and join the other judges. Well, I've got another one of the judges here, Stephen Naylor. Stephen, another very difficult decision, right? What do you think of them? How good were those two?
Well, I'd like to say first of all that they were both good, but I think Body Beats were just ahead of them.
Body Beats were ahead. What made them slightly ahead?
They were more organised, and there were some more difficult moves as well.
They did a few extra moves. Okay, well, let's explain the decision of the judges. So the winner tonight of this particular heat is Body Beats from Doncaster. So when we hear it for Body Beats, can we have some more music?
Well done, Body Beats. Never mind 2 and 2. One place left in the semi-final. Who goes through next week?
Right, we've got Beat Street Boys from Bradford here, and this is Ian from Beat Street Boys. Hello, Ian. Can you come a wee bit closer to me? That's it. Now, you're a TV veteran, really, aren't you, Ian?
Yeah, well, recently, a couple of months ago, I was on the National Breakdancing Championship that was held on TV.
Right, you didn't quite win it?
No, came second.
You're hoping to do one better?
Yeah, hope so.
Right. So Ian from Beat Street Boys from Bradford. We'll move over to Nigel from Street Crew in Sheffield. Nigel, you were saying earlier on, he's already been on the telly. That makes him a bit of a poser as far as you're concerned, is it? That's what you said.
Well, I hope we win them, obviously, but they're a good crew. I respect them.
They're a good crew. And you respect them, right? And you're going to take them on and show them who's boss.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, we'll see what happens here. Let's have some music. Let's have some more breakdancing from Beat Street Boys from Bradford and Street Crew from Sheffield. Away you go. Well, that's a good one to start with. The stakes really high here, Winston.
That's right, Martin. They've got off to a pretty high standard start today, with the crew from Bradford starting out with a kind of body breaking routine, but which was on the floor.
Right.
And then,
Winston Hazel from Smack 19, just to introduce you to those viewers who aren't familiar with it.
Just to draw your notice, the attention to this, what just happened.
Right.
You know, we're talking about flares or windmills, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Well, what they just did just then to get such an applause were, while spinning round and whipping the legs down in the air, they both took the tops off as well.
Right.
Which makes that a mega cut. So you didn't get no cheers for that because that was a normal flare.
Right. Yes, I was just introducing you there as one of the sort of experts on breakdancing in this area, and this really is a good heat, isn't it?
That's right. It's going to be really hard to judge this one.
It is, isn't it? Presumably your co-judges, Harold and Carlos and Stephen, are down there deliberating at the moment.
That's right.
When the breakdancing happens in a club, you don't have judging like this, do you? The crowd themselves decide who's won it, don't they?
That's right, yeah. It's like today, if I went into the middle of the crowd after the challenge had finished and asked for a crowd decision, then obviously because it's in Sheffield, you get a Sheffield crew winning. But when it's on neutral ground and there's two neutral crews challenging, then you get a good decision.
It really is like a battle, isn't it?
It is.
This again is a good move.
That's right. He's spasming there.
This is a spasm,
spasm into head spin.
Right. And he lost his hat, but that doesn't matter, does it?
No, it doesn't matter at all. This guy's starting off with a bit of breakdancing. There's also gimmicking the other crew, which that goes for a lot of points in a breakdance challenge. If you gimmick the other crew, and if you gimmick them well.
Right. Well, I think it's pretty well timed for us to be down there judging it. I can hardly hear myself think here.
That's right.
Let's go and see who's going to be the winners now. Show the judges. Carlos Coburn, one of the judges here tonight. They like that, I think.
I know. It's very difficult to see who's won this in, you know.
I should think it's extremely difficult. Why has that got such a good reaction tonight, the Beat Street Boys and the Street Crew? Why are they...
No, they both come out with some really good moves, and they all got their own different styles, so you can't really say who won this one, because it's really difficult.
All right, I know it's difficult, but we're going to have to find a winner. Just name a winner. I know it's going to be difficult. They're both great crews. Who's won it?
Street Crew.
Well, the winner of that heat after a very, very difficult decision is from Sheffield, Street Crew. Sheffield for semi-final day in the Sounds Good Breakdance Challenge. Got two semi-finals in this particular programme. We've got Force 4 from Huddersfield, who will be against Positive Force from Sheffield. They're ready to go. Later on, Body Beats from Doncaster against Street Crew from Sheffield. And eventually, we'll get... Right, here we are in the commentary position with Winston Hazel, our expert. Winston will be looking for something extra special for the semi-final. It looks like it started with that worm.
Yeah, I think most people are, for a start, going to be able to see what you can see there now is that the crew on the right, Positive Force from Sheffield, are much taller, not necessarily meaning that they're older, and the crew on the left from Bradford are a lot smaller and a lot younger. So people are going to be looking to see whether the Bradford crew could match up with Huddersfield could match up with Positive Force.
Right. So they're really the underdogs, the Huddersfield crew.
Not necessarily, but people are going to be thinking that until they prove otherwise.
Right. It's interesting the way they watch the other crew. I mean, one crew does a bit, the other one watches, presumably to see if they can better it, and they discuss amongst themselves, really. Now here's the lad, the little one.
Well, up to now, that move, that two-handed spin that we just saw, is just being bettered by that young guy there.
Right.
And the two-handed spin into a flare.
So in a way, they're in the lead at the moment.
Yeah.
Unless the other crew can better them.
Right.
It's a very competitive form of dancing. It's not it's more like acrobatics than dancing, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that.
Anyway, and it's not you wouldn't ask a girl to dance and start doing that, would you, really?
That's right. It's more of a competitive sport in Britain.
It's more of a sport, isn't it, rather than a dancing thing? We did see some girls doing this earlier on, mini force from Bradford, but that was a previous week. But it's not generally a thing that girls go in for because of the competition, really, I suppose.
Yeah.
Competitive aspect of it. That's a good one. That is a good one, isn't it? Is that the best one so far? That
actually is the best one. Best flare so far.
All four together. Now that's interesting. That is interesting, isn't it?
And that's when we say we look at the presentation, it's that type of thing that we look for. That was a good.
That's something they've obviously worked out in practice, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
You know, with the four of them together.
And now positive force are going to see if they can do the same or better.
6 of them together.
That's right.
We've got a new judge. You introduce yourself.
I'm Andrew Collin for Smack 19.
You're Smack 19 as well. Well-known breakdancing crew. You've all been looking at it together. The guys from Smack 19, Harold Bomber Graham. I mean, that must have been incredibly difficult to break it up between those.
It was close, very, very close. I was surprised.
Yeah, they were both good. Tell me, what really decided you at the end of the day?
The speed.
The speed?
Yeah, the speed.
Right, the speed of which one?
Positive force.
Positive force. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners, Positive force.
One local crew through. Will Street Crew make it in All Sheffield final, or will it be Body Beats from Doncaster? That's semi-final later.
I think a lot of the people watching will want to be wondering why the breakers have got the tongues of the trainers sticking out. It's just a new style or a new way of wearing them.
There's no reason for that.
No reason at all for you. It just identifies you as being a breaker.
Right. I've noticed some of the crews are black, some are white, some are both black and white. I mean, is there any difference in the way they dance?
No, not at all, really. I mean, if you've got if you know what's happening and you've got the style, then you just do it. As simple as that.
Right. Yeah, that's an interesting one. What's that?
That's what you call a crab.
A crab.
Yeah.
So we've got a crab and a worm. We've got a pretty well whole menagerie out there. And those are the beer mats come out again for the one-handed spin. By the end of this series, I think I'll know the terms myself. You know, I don't think I'll be able to do them, but I'll know what they mean. It's going to be a hard judging job again, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Right. More one-handed spins.
Right.
It's interesting, sometimes they're quite relaxed, the moves, aren't they? Quite slow moves. They're not always fast and frantic, are they?
No.
That's a bit of popping there. Tell you what, on that bit of popping, Winston, we'll have to go and find some more winners to join the other team in the final.
Okay, right.
Junior, another expert from Smack 19, the top breakdancing group in this area. Another hard decision.
Yeah, it was. But
well, tell me what sort of things you were looking for and how you came to your decision.
Well, this one was looking because the guys were young. We've seen how they did, but
that's Body Beats, the way.
Yeah, Body Beats.
So you took allowance for the fact they were young from Doncaster. Right.
So we decided that Street Crew had much more style and they did more difficult moves.
Street Crew did the more difficult moves and they've won it, have they?
Yeah.
Okie doke, there you are. That's the second semi-final.
Some of us fall, some of us bleed, but we are the future, and we will succeed. Believe this, believe it. We are the miracle, we are the strong, we are the right that came from wrong. We made hope into our song. Believe that, believe it, believe it.
Fantastic action, and we've had some great action from our own young breakdance crews battling for these tracksuits. And this afternoon, it's the final. Judges Winston Hazel, Harold Bomber Graham and the Smack 19 team, one of the top crews in the country, are all at Sheffield Poly, and so is Martin Kellner.
Right, Winston, it's finals time now, so both local, both got the supporters here. It's going to be extra difficult, isn't it, to choose the winners?
Yeah, I've speak up to my members of Smack 19 and Bomber down there, and And they said that they're not really going to enjoy judging this one at all because it's going to be so difficult to come to a conclusion.
Whoever they choose, the supporters of the other crew are going to be upset.
I think so.
Do the supporters actually follow the crews around the country back
that's right.
for the other crews?
We've also got a supporting crowd as well that follows around different places and gives lots of support.
Right. So it's yourself, the fellow members of Smack 19, Harold Bomber Graham, you've got us into the decision.
Yeah, that's right.
And that was a good move.
Very good. As you can see now, what you haven't seen much of the other challenges is a lot of crew coming out now and starting off with breakdancing. And like I said before, that's just a bit of fast footwork before they go down onto the floor. That was a very bad error.
It was an error there, wasn't it? It was.
He actually put himself in the limelight by walking to the end of the line before he started it.
Yeah. Yes, the other crew are looking quite happy about his error there.
I think they've got they're pretty nervous, positive force after that stumble.
Right. Oh, he's got his hood up over his hat.
Yeah.
That's just people who spin on the heads, so like different headwear.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I noticed some of the crews all have their integrated uniforms. They all have the same things on. Others have different ones. I mean, does that make any difference? Oh yes. Got a few points back there, positive force.
Yeah, that's right. It's just the reason that they all wear the same tracksuit is just to be identified, really. There, you had another spasm move.
I noticed they also do a little point at the other crew when they've
saying
when they've done a good move.
It puts the other crew under pressure, saying, right, what are you going to do?
Yeah, this is what they're going to do.
And that's a very good body breaker.
That's a body break. I would have called it a seesaw myself, but it's a body break.
Just getting some indications from members of Smack 19 down there. They like that move.
Yeah. So, some good moves on both sides. A little bit of an error from positive force earlier on.
And as you notice, when they are doing the breakdancing, they dance to the other crew.
Right,
saying,
yes, I noticed that, yeah.
Saying, this is me, watch what I'm going to do.
Right. And there was a good one, bit of gymnastics there.
And they're now going to show what body breaker they've got.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to come to a decision fairly soon, Winston. Oh, no, this is working up to a great climax. Let's go and do some judging, Winston. Well, it's pandemonium here. It's almost impossible to make a decision. But Winston Hazel of our panel of judges is going to come on. Winston, if you'd like to come on over here. I know you'd like to stay there all night making decisions, wouldn't you, on this one? Right. Very, very difficult. Look, before you announce the winners of the final, both Sheffield crews both got a lot of support here. Got a very noisy support as well. And you're going to make some enemies and you're going to make some friends. What have you been looking at in that final specifically?
Well, mainly, the only reason we think we came to a decision was for originality and just the way the routines were presented.
Right.
The way the crews came out and put themselves on the floor.
It was very difficult to spin there because they were both very good, weren't they?
It was almost impossible.
Well, you had to make the decision yourself. Your fellow members of Smack 19, Harold Bomber Graham, who's been with us right through the series judging them, and he's the non-expert. What decision did you come to at the end of the day?
Well, we actually thought that Street Crew came out with a really good routine, original moves, and they presented the whole thing really well. But Positive Force also, as well as presenting their moves very well, brought out some really, mind-bending moves.
Right. Okay, so for that something extra, the winners of the Sounds Good Breakdance Challenge is Positive Force.
So congratulations to Positive Force. Our thanks to Winston and Smack 19. Let's hope they found some good opposition. Well done all the crews who took part.
And good luck with your music.
And that was the final programme in the present series of Sounds Good. Next Thursday at 5:15, we join the survival team on the waterways of Britain.